How's it, guys? It's the author of the Sanctuary project here, and I just thought I'd make a quick video. I'm explaining how to set up the project, because I see there's quite a few of you guys battling with, like, especially the add-on type of stuff. So I'll just run you through that really quickly, and hopefully it'll make it a bit more easier to you guys. So as you extract the raw file, you will need WinRAR to extract the file, and when you open it for the first time, you will see these files. I would strongly suggest that you go through all the documentation, the README and all that stuff, which we will be coming to later with the keybinds and whatnot. It is also super critical that your display is set to the scale of 100%, not 125 or any higher or lower for that matter. It's also important that you are running the resolution of 1920 by 1080p. I do plan to make the project support higher, somewhat lower resolutions in the future, but for now I think it's best if I focus on more polish and just kind of leave the resolution stuff for a later stage. Anyways, jumping back to the actual project folder, you will notice in the README it talks about an add-on and blah blah blah. This is where a lot of people are getting confused. So essentially this is the add-on. The add-on is called My Add-on, and if we jump into this we'll see these files. Now you'll notice there's a .tog file, a .toc, whatever, which way you want to pronounce it. We're going to open that this time. We're going to open it and you'll see just a couple of easy things. Don't change anything below that. So anything below notes, don't change, otherwise it may not work correctly. You've been warned. Also, do not change the interface number, otherwise it will not load in Classic. So this is your add-on title. This will appear in-game. All this stuff will appear in-game. So if you want to make this test 123 question mark, I don't think you can have a greater than sign. And let's make this version 2, and you can be the author. Let's make the author, I don't know, watch me. And we can have the notes of test 32412. And yeah, obviously, like I said, don't change anything like that. We can now save that, and now you get to name your add-on. So in this case, let's name this, what should we name this add-on? This won't appear in games, by the way. These are just simply file names. I do this for security. I don't want everyone running the exact same add-on, as that might draw a bit of suspicion. Let's name this pen, and like I said in the readme.file, because the .toc is named pen, that means this actual folder needs to be named pen as well. Obviously, if you decided to name this something else besides pen, you would have to change the folder to that desired name. Right, now all you have to do is copy that folder, copy pen in this example, and find our WoW installation. And I believe mine is somewhere that I am not gonna find right now. Oh wait, there it is. Classic. Oh yeah, I should probably do this a bit slower. So you'll find your WoW folder. In mine is labeled Classic. Then in that World of Warcraft. In that Classic once more. Then Interface. And in Interface you'll get an add-ons folder, where you can then paste your add-on, which is pen. Now I already have the other add-on installed, so I'm just going to copy that and repaste it into the folder that we've been messing around with, because this is the version folder after all. So yeah, now that we've installed our add-on, we can go ahead and open up our WoW. So let's just load up that real quick. Right, so now if we jump in our add-ons menu, we can see I kind of have two of them enabled because I did it twice. But here is our test 123 question mark, and we get the notes of test 3421. So yeah, we can go okay, we know that that's working. We can now jump into the actual game itself. Let's load into the world. And before we do anything, before you even open the program, we just have to target something, even if it's a mob, even if it's ourselves, it doesn't matter. As long as we target something and we get all our beautiful colored blocks in the top left hand of the screen. We can then bring up our README once more, and we then have to set up all our keybinds, which is a bit of a tedious process, but it is obviously vitally important. If the bot is trying to send keys and they're not matching with the keybinds, it's just not going to work, and you're going to get errors and it's going to be ugly. So yeah, make sure that these two are often overlooked. So obviously your strafe A and D, and then your usual movement keys, Also, you want F1 to target yourself. That would be under your targeting tab. Under F1, target yourself. And while here, we can look at interact with target is U. Interact with mouse over should be I. J, target last target. I think that's about it off the top of my head. So yeah, all the keybinds that you need to set are in the README. Just be 100% sure to set them all correctly, otherwise it will not work properly. Also, auto loot must be enabled if you want to use auto loot, and of course click to move must also be enabled, otherwise the bot will not work. Where is click to move? That is a good question, because I don't know myself. Okay, so interface, mouse, and then click to move. That is where that is. Cool, so we're halfway there. Now the next step would be to open the actual program, and to do so we have to make sure that our WoW gets renamed. So in the top left corner of your WoW, because it's in windowed mode, you will see the title World of Warcraft. So now if we just go ahead and open our project, this is actually not the most up-to-date version. Let me just grab that one real quick. Here we go. So as you can see, we open it and we get the dupheads. Right, now I can't stress that this may not happen the first time. It depends on computers, it depends on drivers, a whole bunch of things. So it may take once or twice for you to reopen the bot before it actually gets renamed. Also, if you close the bot and you want to open it again, let me just copy this out here super quickly. Sorry guys. Paste this here. This is the latest version that I just finished today, so we will be using this. Yeah, so we can open that up. So yeah, as you can see, it's still labeled created by dupheads in brackets 1, and now that means it's the first instance of the bot, and because this isn't our first instance, this is actually our second, we're going to have to keep on opening it until that goes to number 2, like it just has, and that means we have now got the correct WoW, and it knows which one to mimic and which one to scan. So yeah, now the remember me does work. It's quite simple. All you have to do is just log in with your account, and if you want the program to remember your login information, it will. It is stored in the settings folder. As you can see, this folder was empty, and now we do have information in it. Right, so as you can see, we aren't getting any errors in the log. An error would look like something if we just minimize this game. You would start getting red texts that it can't find the in-game add-on, and rotation system is missing, and etc, etc. That is either your resolution's wrong, your game isn't in windowed, or the add-on simply hasn't been set up correctly. So yeah, as you can see, we brought the game back up and it's now happy, it's not complaining anymore. Also, a quick way to check is just if you open up the pathing system, you can see that they are actually populated. If we minimize this again, you'll see they kind of disappear after a while, or they will just return zeros and nulls. So yeah, obviously we do want that to work properly. So like I said earlier, if it's throwing errors, it will be your resolution, the fact that your game isn't windowed correctly. Those are the main top 10 issues that people seem to be getting. Right, so now we can actually jump into the features of the program itself. So I'm just going to load up a route quickly. This route will be public. Like I said, I'm going to be making all the routes public. Cock that one up. I think it was, let's run that. There we go. And now if we just hit start, we can see that runs. Right, I don't think I'm going to be going into recording your own routes in this video, because I don't want it to be super long. I mean, it's already quite long, but just a quick overview would be your settings. So if you want to enable random jump, you just tick that box and we can see we start jumping. Loop route is exactly what it would sound like. Once it finishes its route, it will just start it over again. Drinking and eating after combat, exactly what it sounds like. As you can see, if we tick these boxes, the new settings will appear, and we just want to set our HP at which we want to eat at. So for example, let's do 50% HP that we want to eat at, and my keybind for food is 7. As you can see, 7 over there, and that's my food. Um, distance of off route, that basically means, let me stop this before we get in combat. Um, that basically means that how far will the bot run off route and kill mobs. I think 100 is a good number. Obviously if you increase it, it depends completely on your route and what you're farming, what you're going for, etc, etc, but I personally believe 100 is a good enough number. You don't want the bot just killing things off until Narnia. So yeah, I don't have any drink left, so I'm just gonna disable that for now, and I'm going to load up combat profile real quick. And I know, before you guys point out, that I'm using a warrior combat, but this is pretty much just a test. The combats kind of depend on your keybinds, and my keybinds are set up to kind of match the combat profile, so it won't make much of an issue. You'll notice we have healing spells now, and this is a bit of a weird one. So essentially you set what HP you want the spell to be cast at, and then you set the keybind. So for example, I'm going to put my shield on 0 because it is 0 in game, and I want that to happen when I hit 80% health in game. The cooldown thing, gosh, I can't speak. The cooldown thing represents basically how long it must wait before casting the spell again, so it doesn't just continually spam the same spell even though it can't. And I think 15 is a good number for the shield, because if I'm not mistaken, you can't cast it. Yeah, you get the debuffs. So I think 15 is good there. And then I'll set my second heal spell to be at 50% health, and I will set that to 5 because that will be my heal. I don't think we're gonna see that. Maybe we will. Who knows? Ooh, damn cars. Ignore that. I don't think we'll see that. I don't think we'll get that low in this video, but we'll try. I'll turn on my auto loot and auto target. All you have to do is just click this auto target tab, set the delay you want to target before. Oh, we've got in combat before I can set auto combat. Anyways, we'll set this to 8 because that is my keybind for my target macro. Go ahead and exit out that program now, and then tick the box to turn the auto target on. And now the auto target will be on. And I don't know if you guys caught that. There was quite a lot happening there. We did buff ourselves, but then the cooldown happened, and now we're going to start our route afterwards. It's a pity I don't have any drink, because it would be quite a good example to show you. But yeah, as you can see, our auto thing is running. Wait, hang on, let me try to target this guy. There we go. Our auto target is running. I just target this guy because we fell off the mountain there. It was my bad. Yeah, so now we all hit the combat again, and the profile will run. You also notice that it's complaining that it's off the route, so what will happen is it'll try path again. And there we go, our healing kicked in because we had 80% HP. We are out of mana at the moment, so we would be able to now use our mana and health potions. You can set that up and they will appear here. I'll just show that off. Let me just stop the route. So right, these basically work the exact same as healing. Essentially, if you put whatever your health potion is, I don't have any yet because I'm a low level, but in future videos I will, and I will demonstrate those as well. But they're pretty self-explanatory. I mean, if you set your HP and then your key for your health potion, it will just trigger when the bot gets to that HP or the bot gets to that mana. So I won't be using those now. Yeah, let me just force a combat here real quick and see if we can get him to cast his second heal at 50%. I'm just gonna keep on stopping him from casting and see. Oh no, he's gonna cast his dot. The dot might kill him. Well, there we got our shield, and now we can see that the shield will be on cooldown. Yeah, I think I'm gonna battle to get us to 50% HP. So yeah, I'll just continue. Oh, it wants to continue the route by itself. Yeah, so the path will just continue up here. It'll run up to where it started the route and just carry on. That's kind of it at the moment. Nothing else jumps to mind. I hope I didn't go too quick. I was trying to rush a bit. Also, we have done some features improvements to the unstuck, as you'll see here. Not a great example, but it usually passes through those trees. I did try and make the route there so we could demonstrate that, but it doesn't work too well because it decides when it wants to get stuck and when it doesn't. yeah, I think that's about it. Hopefully this version is far more stable. Um, yeah, nothing off the top of my head.